Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. Coaching is something that has been happening, well, since forever with fighting games. It is pretty common. This year things have gone a little bit crazy within certain tournaments. For example,
with that Elisa, or maybe switching it up to that Victor.
And double down there, giving out some words of wisdom.
This happened in the ring, like in the main stage, top 8, this year. And this has been pretty common in Tekken, I have to say, more than Street Fighter, but still it is possible in Street Fighter. We have Nephew here. He got second place in the Singapore tournament, which was a big one because player first place and second place both went to Capcom Cup, and he got second place. You might have seen Nephew checking his phone very constantly. And that was because apparently Punk the God was helping him with advices and basically coaching during the entire tournament, which is fantastic. That's pretty cool. Someone was there to support him because he was the lonely American over there. It shows that good coaching can definitely help someone. Why am I talking about coaching specifically? Something happened in the Street Fighter League, the week 2, which is last week, I believe. And that made me think about coaching and how a good advice can really change how someone plays or how players tend to see the game and how they provide advices for another player. Brutus sadly lost against NL.
See if NL is going to be holding up a lot this set, or if Brutus is going to be the one.
You'll see immediately a really strong fireball game, which is pretty common. Up to this day, apparently it's a feature, but Akuma doesn't have a hurt box around his hands every time he throws a Hadouken, or a Go Hadouken, if you want to be technical. If you're playing Zangief, your best options are standing medium kick, sometimes sweep, and standing heavy punch.
Throw and Brutus, he tried to react parry to the animation, but they not realizing that throw was coming.
Nice sweep, pretty good. Yoki. Brutus is gonna second guess himself over here, so NL jump back. You already have something here. You know that NL is trying to escape with activities. He's not gonna stand still waiting. Next time he's gonna wake up with Shoryuken or something. He wants to be very active and don't allow Brutus to do anything. And this is a horrible anti-air. Brutus has been using this for some reason. I'm not sure why he's using Crouching Heavy Punch. Crouching Heavy Punch is a horrible anti-air. It's not a move that has been developed as anti-air. So far, Capcom wants us to use that as a whiff punisher or a perfect parry punisher.
I can't believe that anti-air was just short. In the reward, NL got for it, even charging up the fire.
Give the fireball game. You have to perfect parry here and walk. Perfect parry, walk. Neutral jump sometimes. And the knee. You know what I think about knee? This is one of those knees that basically don't help too much in any way. So that was a very easy punish for NL. Very fast, clean round. Nothing crazy from both sides. And now the Shoryuken, again a Shoryuken doing pressure. Something that he has been doing. Excellent OD Lariat. More pressure. And he wants to walk back. He wants to move away. Now I want you to focus this attention on this. Why? Because this is Adamant Flame. Adamant Flame, in the same way as standing heavy punch is for Zangief and also standing medium punch, moves the hurt box a little bit back. And you'll see that Brutus pressed crouching light punch and they traded. He goes into super level 3. I'm gonna go move ahead and you'll see another trade right here. Drive rush, crouching light punch. Crouching light punch by itself is minus. So this is around +5. Very likely +5 because this should be +1 in burnout. So he goes for crouching medium punch, which is 6 frames. And that trades with the crouching light kick. Well, Akuma has a lot of frames here. So NL set up the trade in order to go for a crouching medium punch, crouching medium punch. I'm gonna increase the volume. I'm also gonna activate CC for you to more or less hear what they were talking about and the kind of advice they gave him.
Find the first just like I said, he's very active. Like he got you with 2 trade frame traps
Whenever you do perfect parry, try jumping sometimes because he has a heavy fireball game right now.
Yeah, JB got him with that too. Like after a perfect parry, you got him with that.
You were winning with the standing heavy punch too. The moment you used the hop kick, you started losing.
Again, this was in a vacuum. Maybe they talked before, maybe they'll talk after. I have no clue. After watching this replay, and I don't think they mean anything bad. They really were trying to do something. They really tried to help him. But the advice was interesting. Well, I saw the fight between JV, and NL, and mostly the fight was around perfect parries, that is true, but on Wake Up, he wasn't really jumping after perfect parries. Also, another thing that is very important is the character. This is Rashid. Perfect parrying with Zangief and jumping is not the same as perfect parrying with Rashid and jumping. I don't tend to gatekeep over here, as you guys know. People know I like when people play Zangief. But whenever you give advice to someone and that someone plays grapplers, it is very difficult for a player that doesn't play grapplers to give advice to a grappler. They are slow, they have different buttons. They told him that he was winning with standing heavy punches and not the hop kick. I think hop kick. I think he meant hop knee. And that is true. The fact that they told him he was very active is also true. On top of the 2 trades. I think it really helps when you try to really quickly explain why you traded. NL has been active, that's true. But how active? What does it mean to be active? Probably the best way would have been to acknowledge how he's not really blocking. He's trying to do something to escape the 50-50s. The first one was a very annoying space trap with the freaking Adamant Flame. With crouching light punch or standing heavy punches, this would have been probably the win for Brutus. However, you can't confirm the armor with the Adamant Flame into Super Level 3, so that was also a thing. But what is most important than the first trade, which is something that will happen, is the second one. You should not be pressing buttons if the opponent drive rushes and it's plus. This at no point would have been a win for Zangief by pressing buttons, because he's just plus. So pressing a button over here means trade. Trade or basically frame trap. Giving advices is not easy. You have to be there, as always with anything. But one thing that is really, really and truly important is to give something to the player that they can work on. If you tell them the opponent is active, why are they active? What does it mean to be active? What does it mean to get this trade? How can you work so that stops? Now let's check the second fight after the advice. Really good standing heavy punch. Oh, and by the way, something that is very specific to Zangief that maybe a Zangief player would have told Brutus is to dry rush with standing heavy punch.
This kind of introduction until they start swinging up close, right? But NL, he's looking for that first encounter. That first knockdown is everything for an Akuma player.
That's great stuff. That's why he's charging the fireball.
Fireball.
Now let Bruce just stand fierce.
That is a real situation, the standing heavy punch into the heavy fireball. Shoryuken again. This was not a counter hit standing medium punch, that was just a plus 4 at that point? Plus 2, sorry, because he doesn't want to be plus with Zangief next to him. Probably OD Lariat would have been better to keep a little bit of dry meter. However, he got the reset, so... Sorry, he got the block, Shoryuken. That's not something you want to be in, a situation you want to be in. Burnout against Akuma. Or any character really, but... Akuma's just too fast, so you don't want to be in burnout. Standing heavy punch whiffed. This is pretty annoying with Akuma. Basically, you need to be ready with a jump. Either jump headbutt, jump medium punch, borscht. Standing heavy punch and Lariat do whiff there. You have Oki over here with Akuma. Forward throw, you can dash again. Overhead. He can go into super level 3 probably. By the way, something important over here. If the opponent goes for a dry rush, like right here, dry rush into a frame trap, you can use your super level 3. They cannot escape, they cannot jump, they cannot backdash, they cannot block. If they go for a true block string, your super level 3 does not come out. So every time you have someone going with a dry rush and you have super level 3, you can try it. The only thing they can do to bait that specific situation is for them to go for an invincible move. A super... Shoryuken, which is pretty weird. Who's gonna dry rush into an OD Shoryuken, for example? That's weird. This would have been a CA super level 3. I don't think that was the kill. Maybe, I don't know.
Don't blame him for going for it.
Nice standing heavy punch.
Would've had the corner as well if he got the back
And the
ball.
standing medium kick. Pretty good. Long pokes. You have to use them against Akuma.
Fierce right, it is
The reset. Now he's taking the 50-50. I guess he's winning. He doesn't care that much.
And now we've seen that exact reset moment where Brutus tried to go in for the headbutt.
Nice. Another one. He's getting somewhere.
Brutus gets that opening again. Brutus tried to
This
go
could have
for
been
the
a
headbutt.
reset. Sorry, not a reset. A dry reversal. In order to keep the opponent in the corner. If you dash after your dry reversal, you're +1.
Imagine if Brutus gets that opening again, do you think an SPD's gonna come out or he's gonna go straight for the headbutt?
Oh, that's hurt. I don't think he committed to the lariat. He held back. I think he second guessed himself.
Out the next time.
Pretty common with lariat. That move is just haunted. Overhead, this is a kill.
NL goes back to that well, coming up with a bucket of water and a W.
Not every advice is good. Not every advice is bad. But in a high stressful situation, you have to be very careful when you give advice to people. This has been the case for me. I've been in that situation where I'm giving a little bit of coaching to someone in top 8 or really close to top 3. That has been the case before. And you have to be very conscious of whatever you're saying, because you could be increasing the stress levels for that person. You want to give them answers, very quick, simple answers, like you're getting trade, that trade is happening because A, B, C are happening. Just remember that, don't press button, something easy to remember. Is coaching a good idea? I do think coaching is a good idea. I don't know what's going to happen if we ever, because everyone wants to move to first to 3, which is fine by me. I think that's the future Street Fighter, like Luke. But if coaching is allowed for first to 3, you'll see that these things can happen and they can really extend the fights. So maybe coaching needs to be moderated a little bit. This is just a random video about coaching I really wanted to make. Take care of yourselves, keep playing grapplers, hydrate, and I'll see you in the next one. It's pretty hot in here, I need more water. Take care of yourselves, bye bye.